It's been a good day, good night. It's gonna be a good day, good night. Two hands meet at zenith. Nothing comes between us. Dancing like ballerinas under the moonlight all night long. How these plain and simple scenes get painted so vividly by you. I just wanna stay with you.
Around the world is lonely days, whenever our eyes meet. You know you leave me in a trance. It means everything to me looking down below. The one I seek to find, no matter where you might go. Remember you'll be on my mind.
Always watching over me, somehow you make me feel invisible. Power to my soul, yeah. I'm not easy things that used to bother me, cause your existence just lights me up, yeah. You always got my back, and of course I got your back. Don't you worry about that now. It's been a good day, good night. It's gonna be a good day, good night.
Within the inner heart I plead for you to talk to me. I wanna hear all the good and bad, the stories you have. As I drift across the sky, the hour hand turns high. So good night, let me sing a lullaby. I'll be singing, baby.
Time is shining, I'm down around. I'm gonna drive until the break it don't rounding out. I'm on a mission, riding out whatever it is I gotta do. Riding out until the day I meet you. I'm riding out. I look up in the sky, asking out a while, but never let it faze me. I'm keeping good vibes when I'm on the road. Watch out for all surprises. Whatever vibes is good and bad, but nothing entices.
Another one day in the night, let me paint the view, color down with my light. For every moment shared with you, night and in the day, but never fully gone. Go and be back again until the coming over down.
For all the days ahead of us, put your hands up, wave it side to side for good luck. For all the nights like this, put your hands up, love the moment even from dusk. Yo, you always got my back, and of course I got your back. Don't you worry about that now. It's been a good day, good night. It's gonna be a good day, good night. When two hands meet at zenith, nothing comes between us. Dancing like ballerinas under the moonlight all night long. How these plain and simple scenes get painted so vividly by you. I just wanna stay with
Around the
you.
world is lonely days, whenever our eyes meet. You know you leave me in a trance. It means everything to me looking down below.
Well, hello, everybody. Hope everyone's having a wonderful afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you may be. My name is Sychonias, and it has been a while, folks, but welcome back to... What the fuck is my Windows trying to auto-update? Anyway, welcome back to Nioh 1. Yes, not 3, because, my still ass is still working towards this, because, not only am I late to Resident Evil 9, I'm late to Code Vein 2, Nioh 3, all that stuff. but we're looking to rectify that this year. So, last time we had left off, we had fully completed the main game to Nioh, hence why we're now heading into the DLCs. But basically, we went through wars in Japan as William. Our name's William, I believe. Yeah. William, Suranjin, whatever it bees. We went through historical things in Japan, fought yokai, fought the demons, fought a resurrected Nobunaga, got back our anime waifu from Kelly's, and went back to England and beat Thousand Eyes. To learn that Kelly was basically just a series of clones that we have put an end to. But now in this, well, we'll try and rewatch the cutscenes for the DLC, but basically, we're not entirely done, as we have new adventures afoot. Yeah, so there's the Nobunagas, even though we're now no longer actually dealing with Nobunagas. Now we're just dealing with some other threat. Now, before then, though, we do have some things to cover. Also, I love how in the top right corner it's telling me to purchase Nioh 2, even though I have Nioh 2, and now Nioh 3 is out. I don't know, can I be honest? This is just a random off-topic thing. Am I one of the few that I really dislike it when games go back to put in, like, on their title screens and such, like, purchase the brand new game? Like, I don't know why, it just for me, it kind of ruins the vibe. It's like how I was playing Resident Evil 8 earlier this week, and now it's just, purchase Resident Evil 9 Requiem is now at the bottom there. I'm like, I don't know, man, I'm like, I mean, I get fine advertising and all that, but like, I'm like, I don't know, it kind of ruins the vibe a little for me. But I'm also just crazy, so there's always that as well. But first, before we get into DLC talks and such, we gotta talk about what I've been up to off screen. So, I've discussed this before, but Nioh's DLC is a bit weird. So, Nioh was the very first of these Souls-like games, basically, that Koei Tecmo, Team Ninja, all that. Because I'm not crazy. Team Ninja does work on Nioh, right? Let me make sure I'm not messing that up. Okay, yeah, it's Team Ninja that works on these things. All right, I want to make sure I wasn't messing that up. But so when they created the DLC had come out like months after the base game, and what they basically intended for you to do is to play through a little bit of New Game Plus first to work on getting some gear and such. We'll edit my dude's look, but yeah. So I had to do some stuff off screen, mostly because if we immediately jumped into DLC, you are cooked. You're not necessarily cooked, but I will tell you, compared to what I'd be doing right now, it is rough. From what I understand, Nioh 2 fixes this and makes the DLC a lot more accessible to go into. I would definitely say they did not fix this with Strangers of Paradise, but that's a whole other can of worms, and be having to figure out what the fuck I want to do with that playthrough when I get to it, despite how much I love that game. Alright. But basically what we have here is New Game Plus's biggest difference is the green armor. So, to go ahead and show this off, firstly, just to go ahead and show, yeah, I've been playing some of the New Game Pluses. I've mainly been gunning it for levels that gave me drops on light armor and spears, and like exclusively equipment I'm looking for. But we're going back to Way of the Samurai, the one that we're actually on and such. say, yeah, we jumped into this region. We're gonna try to rewatch the cutscenes because I may have, but when I beat the game, I may have jumped into a new region and realized I would start some cutscenes. So we'll try and rewatch those because I also need a breather. But to go ahead and show, so basically you play through New Game Plus stages to try and get more drops, to get this green armor drop. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called like Legendary or something like that. The main purpose behind Legendary gear is compared to normal Nioh gear, you can actually upgrade this. So, what I mean here is, next to the level, you may see like +1s or +2s, basically. So what that means is, if you combine a nothing gear with a +1, you upgrade to +1. If you combine a +1 with a +2, it becomes a +2. You have to combine it with a bigger number to get it to level up. So for example, that's why, all right, if I try to combine the Warrior Monk's hood right now, I don't get anything. I basically just create that hood, the same thing. But if I try and attach these to it, then I get to +1 and such. Which I'm going to want to do because this cap comes with Onmyo casting speed, and I like that. And these do not have things I'm looking for. Yep, and then that's what I said now. So now if I do this, I now also get it to +2. So you don't have to get to max familiarity or anything like that. And that is what upgrading gear in New Game Plus basically is. So that's what New Game Plus becomes, pretty much. You're grinding up levels to try and get this legendary gear. To not only get stats that you like and such, but to also like keep upgrading them. So the typical rule of thumb with the DLC is you want to try and aim for gear that's at least having everything at least level 2 or level 3. So I've gotten my spear to level 3 at this point, and I basically grinded against the red demon guy to get the fire spear. I actually just got these tonfas like 2 days ago, so I actually need to grind up tonfas or hope for a drop rate because unfortunately you can't combine different weapons together, at least as far as I'm aware. Oh no, you can. Alright, never mind. Then, yeah, I'm gonna combine that shit. So, let me see, do I got a level 2? I do have level 2. And of course, the name of the game also becomes you have to grind up the gold to actually create these fusions, because the higher level you go, the more it costs, and all that. Also, something I need to point out, now that I've actually gone through Ninja Gaiden again, did I just straight up fucking Muramasa? Never fucking realized that. Yeah, but that's why if you also want my recommendation, get this soul matching cost discount, like, as your highest priority as soon as possible, because the more discounts you get on that, the way better. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do all that. But yeah. So to just show a general look at what my armor set work with. So now I have +2 tonfas, but yeah. I have a +3 spear that I'm actually really fucking happy with the stats on this. This thing's really good. Toppers are pretty good as well. I like the agility bonus, and the skill key damage is really nice. I haven't found really anything else for the rifles, or like bows. My drop rates have been pretty abysmal on that, but yeah. So the hat I plan to keep because that casting speed up is really nice for abilities that are not buffs on myself. Red Demon Arms, which I'm of course really keeping, and I took a chance to upgrade and got a very nice ability as well. Bandit armor I could give or take. I mostly have this on for the upping the damage on wind shot, which has been helpful. But besides that, it does also give some stuff for Tonfuzz and lightning shot. The pants I like because reducing my key usage. Besides that, the rest is alright. Besides, Umrita earned. And the shoes are okay. The shoes are... I mean, I like the evasion as well, and especially when it's critical. But besides that, there's nothing keeping me like attached to them. So for the Red Demon armor, we have at least two of the pieces, so we get the upped spear fall damage. I am looking to try and get 4, so I can up my close combat damage, but. And in case, in general, I'm not gonna go through like every little thing, but I don't think I've done much to Nioh magic. I have completed the ninja missions up to adept, so I still need to get, I believe, 20 dexterity to then do the final one. And the ninja stuff I've been mostly just doing to try and get these passive skills. Yeah. Because yeah, doing the stuff like the dashing and like running speed and all that. That's really focusing in on, since my main thing is magic. Arena memories. There we go. All right. So yeah, so we'll now rewatch the first cutscene that we would have seen. Oh, sorry, I lied. I'll explain the last major thing that New Game Plus does, and then that. So, they also change up how Guardian Spirits a little. So you can now level up your Guardian Spirit. So I've been rocking Genbu for a hot minute, mostly because that Onmyo magic power-up is really nice. And it just ups element attack damage and all that. But now, as well, you can equip a secondary Guardian Spirit. I've mostly been having Mizuchi on because it's the amount of gold I have, so that'll save me a headache later. But basically, the one thing that's lit up shows you basically what you get having this thing on as your secondary and such. Now, in the field, what you can do is you can change between spirits, albeit with a cooldown, so you can't immediately swap over and then just start fucking shit up. But yeah, but basically it's like you get a small little buff, I believe, as well. So let's see here. So, the attack enhancement. Okay, so I don't think like the actual stats or anything changes on them, but basically you only get one of their benefits as opposed to multiple of them, but you get to swap them out in the field as well. But now as well, if you have any Amrita that you're not spending on immediately on the moment, you can raise their levels up to level 30. So that ups the buffs they give you, that ups just like, in general, like everything and such. It's pretty nice. Yep, but like I said, I believe now we just get one more and then we'll be able to do the final ninja mission. Path unlocked. And I think that's it. These are the talismans and shots I've been rocking that I intend to do more with, and get more as we put more points to Nioh magic when I can start focusing on that again. Alright. Sorry, it was a lot, but also it's been a while, so I had to even remind myself of this. But let's now rewatch the first cutscene for the Tale of Nioh. So basically, the DLC, from what I understand, kind of just takes place, like, really not that long after William takes care of business back in London. He pretty much then just gets a thing and be like, hey, I'm back. Or it's just like, I want more adventure. And also, we're just gonna watch this because fuck, my voice is tired now. And we've only just gotten started. As the Lord of Oshu, Date Masamune is one of the most powerful lords in Zipangu, and with the greatest military force in all the land, there are whisperings that he should rule the country as that ordered. Damn. That eye patch do be looking cool, though. You most certainly do not look Japanese.
いえ、失礼いたした。半蔵殿、こたびはどのような要件か。世は家康様のお力で天下太平。よもや今さら調略に見えたわけでもあるまい。誠に今は太平の世でござる。それも伊達方が関ヶ原の戦いの最中に上杉を抑えた働きあってのこと。太平の礎に力添えくださった政宗殿にはお礼の言葉も見つかりませぬ。政宗殿、拙者欧州であやかしの動きありという噂を耳にいたした。
これはいいなことを。あやかしなど取るに足らぬ噂でござろう。
Sir, given the shit we literally saw like over there and such, they're really that crazy to think of.
よかろう。あやかしのことを耳にいたせば、お主に知らせよう。かたじけない。では、これにて。半蔵殿は異国の者とあやかしを重複したと聞く。確か安心は死にもした。ほう。それは惜しいことをし。
Or so the legend says.
鬼を切るという男。この目で見たかったものよ。
Does he have a cool rock shoved right into his eyeball? But Nioh, Dragon of the North. And then here comes William saying, I'm back, bitches! Ignore the new gear that I somehow got while I was away. I just kind of found this in the ship, I swear. Well, that's settling. Though I guess not technically the craziest. That's right, I forgot as well that when you first start this, you get the cat as a spirit as well. I remember him being okay. I don't remember him being like absolutely crazy. When will cool rocks never bring about great war? And there's our intro. So yeah, basically we're just back and we're like, fuck it, I want more adventure. So one more thing before we jump in, let's refashion this gear and make it look a lot better. Let's make it look a little more consistent. All right. So do I just want to put on Yatogarasu's stuff again? I do wish with this menu you could either sort it by like small or medium gear, or you'd be able to see like what it looks like before you do this. Yeah, fine. We never did in the base game. Let's put a bowl on our head. Look, I don't want people noticing who I am, so I gotta go undercover. Yeah, but now I'm thinking, let's just do Yatogarasu's gear, because Yatogarasu's gear is really, really fucking cool. Oh, that's like +3. Well, hold on. We'll wait and see if I can get some, like, under gear and such. And there we go. Matadozo. Is Barton also just snoring in the background? Of course he is. There we go. I'm ready to return. To fuck some shit up. Off to the yokai country. Also, something I never realized until literally someone in my little connections group mentioned something. I've been wrong this entire time. Mission levels is not based off your levels, it's based off your armor level. Which makes a lot of sense to me, because then I'm now like, wait, that actually makes a lot more sense, because how the fuck would they expect you to get like level 150 in a convenient amount of time? Anyway. Since he departed for Tono and Date territory, all trade of Hanzo have seemingly dried up. Let's go after him before the trail vanishes completely. But before we proceed, you should understand that Tono is known to be home to various yokai. I admit that it is my first time visit there, but already the air is thick with a foreboding sense of familiarity. Jet's Factor is basically what it is. Tono. An impoverished village nestled sleepily among the mountains, running through its heart is the Sarugaishi River. Long said to be a habitat for Kappa, residents of neighboring villages rarely, if ever, venture into Tono on account of the many folkloric tales of yokai that surround the area. However, the village is home to a gold mine used by the Dante family to line their pockets. Some say that in amongst all the valuable ore, other kind of special stoning that can be found, the cool rocks. And yeah, we're just here now. You know, for as much as I like this game, it is like jarring the amount of time that's just like, yeah, you're just here now. To go figure it out, dumbass. Okay. So before we get started, I'm basically working on trying to get Genbu just fully leveled up now, just so I have a guardian spirit that if shit's ever getting rough, I always have him at the ready.
先におるようにここ遠野は霊石の地あやかしの力も増しておるはず油断はならぬぞ
I'm sure he's fine. Dude's a badass. Also, yeah, so this was a DLC as well that introduced the two weapon types, the Tonfas and the Odachis, the big sword. Which, I will personally say, if I did not go with Tonfas or the Spear in this playthrough, definitely would have been replaced with the Odachi. I really, really like the Odachi moveset in this game. I did 2 whole playthroughs dedicated to it. Hello, sir. Wow, William, that was right in his asshole. Man, this game feels so good. Man, this game feels so good to get back into. Granted, I played a little bit, of course, before starting this back up, so I get a little more grinding in and such, but man, this game controls so good. I still feel genuinely one of the best Souls-like combat systems. It's really, really fucking good, and the amount of stuff they give you to play around with in this game is just... oh. Yep. But I would also recommend to people as well, if you've been one to avoid bloody graves and such, but I don't really blame you, definitely consider doing that when you're New Game Plus now fighting them, because of course players can now also have that green gear, and well, of course, if someone's putting the effort into a green gear, then it's probably going to be good. I think it's going to be fun because he's got a helmet. Oh! The big old snakehead. Yeah, big old snakehead with a grab attack. I will say, for a new enemy reveal, that's pretty good. I completely forgot about snakeheads. Like, literally perfect headshotting position, doesn't notice you, and then whammo, surprise. He seemed almost human, except for the snakehead. But to be fair, he did basically plug it. Sounds like he plugged us up like a Resident Evil 4 and 5 enemy. Is there a shortcut? You know, William, with the amount of impressive feats that you've managed, can we really not hop this? Like, really? That's saying, let me get reused my Tonfas. Come on. Come on, I gotta re-show off the parry we have. Oh, that's say the lighting and filter changed. Now it's just a whole lake of kappas. All of them ready to shove their hand right up my asshole. But so clearly they did not value themselves all that much like family. He's throwing electric pope at me. And it's working. Hold on, please don't kill me. Alright, good. Thank you, fire. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. We're level 134 now, and with like some upgrade gear, and they are still able to wreck my shit in some circumstances. Granted though, that do be Nioh damage, but still. So I mean, so imagine this on a fresh, like, just completed the base game. And I'm telling you to imagine that because that was my first experience with this. It was not fun. I was not having a good time. No! That's he was about to kill me. Yeah, so when I first played this, literally every enemy might as well have been two-shotting me, even something as small as this guy. And granted, like I said, I've heard from Nioh 2, they did a much better job on just being like, okay, no, that the DLC is designed to immediately be hopped into right after you beat the game. Maybe I worked with a little messing around in New Game Plus. But in this game, man, like I said, it's more so I had that issue because I had bought the complete version. So, because that was my first experience, was with like the version with all the DLC and everything. So when I basically played this, it's like I was expecting it to be like a typical Souls like Souls game or Souls like now, where it's just like just hop on in, just fire. But at least you guys always manage to keep it durable. There's a lot of people around here. Hello, sir. Holy crap, no! No! That was very much not clean, but oh well. So you are not reaching up there again. Jeez, Tonfas. I was about to say, is that actual, like, good Tonfa, or is that basically made to be, like, alright, it's made to be... That's made to be your very first potential, like, legendary Tonfa, in case... Well, because I say in case, but, literally the final boss didn't drop any of the new stuff, because is there a design with Tonfas? Also, Master Samurai's locks. I will take that. You know what? I have actually been trying out, like, weapon switching a lot more, so... Yeah. Also, because I now have a better understanding of that, so it's not like you're making a dedicated key pulse switching attack. It's basically, hey, 60 on your key pulse. Do you want to get a small little extra hit or two in there? Oh, they ran away, even though I have their bowl. Come on, guys, I'm one of y'all. Can't you see? But, like, they're just pointing to the hat. Actually, yeah, how does this spear do? Yes, y'all. Very damn well. How dare they devastate this sacred wood. Yeah, sweet. How the fuck was none of that hitting? There we go. Now, I will tell you what, though, I have really learned, especially against New Game Plus boss fights, to value the defense down Carnage Talisman approach. If you can score a lot of hits in, and especially up that spear fall damage, you can ruin some fights. Like, I think the, I did the mission with the very first vampire lady, I believe, and I just melted her, like, with that combo in what felt like less than 10 seconds. Oh yeah, when Snakehead says what, you get 2 different points you can lock onto. Oh, they can also breathe fire! Yeah. Really the biggest thing you do gotta watch out for is that that grab attack is basically their counter against everything you do for getting up close to them. They're very much a case of either play it carefully or play the ranged game with them. Oh, all right. You know what? Living weapon, why are you so good? I cannot remember if it's anywhere near as busted if Nioh 2's stuff. living weapon or transformation gimmick is as busted as it is in this game.
急がねばなるまい。ここだ。
Ow. I know, I know, I know. I know, reset. About to say, I am hearing like I have like 10,000 different enemies around me. Oh, I think. Oh, they have a. Is that a fucking feint? I gotta remember the calculation on that part. There, stab me right in the dick or kneecaps. I couldn't see which one came. Ah, idiot. You know, I do gotta say, it is a really good thing that the very first enemies we encountered here was basically those giant snake men. So we instantly know there's issues. Rather than just William entering this territory and be like, well, kind of murk. Yamabushi apparel. Toughness, gold earned, dash endurance. Nah. I like dashing and such, but I don't think I need to dedicate a whole skill basically to lowering the key usage on that. Man, you know, I do gotta say, though. Okay, good. I didn't die by that. It's also what I wanted to say. It's so weird going from Ninja Gaiden 4 being my Friday games to this, because the pacing... Honestly, for as fast as, like, Nioh is, of course, like, the pacings are completely different and such. So it's so freaking jarring. But it's also very funny to think about the fact that I didn't even think about the fact that I'm technically playing two Team Ninja properties back to back together for my playthroughs. There, we're just one away now. That's it. I just leave him to his boulder punching shenanigans. They shall never be like a Chris Redfield's. Okay, so let's say, sorry, you may want to approach me because otherwise it's kind of bad either way for you. Also, we both understand the way the Pokey stick. It just mine's pokier. But man, I will tell you, as a spear user, these guys are absolutely no issue. On my first playthrough of this I was running my mainly dual swords as my setup They are the worst. That's because, of course, dual swords rely heavily on you being up in their face. So they would always just get me with those grab counters. It sucked so bad. Alright, and here's our new yokai type for this. I don't know what they're called, just like many enemies, but basically you have big old cleavers, like to swing really wide. And they have another thing that they like to do that... we'll definitely probably see later, but at points they also like to jump high into the air to do a jumping attack and start crawling all over the place. Although they're really not too bad in the grand scheme of things, but they can, like many enemies in Nioh, if they manage to get like one good combo on you, unless you start blocking and praying, it can end very, very badly for you. I believe that is very much bottomless. Oh, dang, they are really generous with the checkpoints in this. And boom, Genbu is maxed out now. I don't know if they ever increase the max level. I think maybe it's like depending on New Game Pluses. So let me see. Alright, yeah, Denkamana, what did you have? Thrown weapons damage versus yoke. Yeah, you're like, it makes sense, but yeah, you're like really, really high there for the high DPS ninja builds. Elemental attack damage, extend elemental effect. I do? High stance increases attack, mid stance increases defense, low stance increases key recovery speed. I do? Yeah, fuck with this peacock. Maybe we'll work towards this peacock. Assuming no, like, spirits grab me in the DLC. Just crawling with snakeheads. About to say, I want to see if I can hit this counter once again. There we go. Yeah. On normal enemies, you hit that, it is fucking game over for them, because then I just keep spear falling them. Oh, where the fuck's were you? You do not take much guts fire. I also want to keep shooting at you because it's a really awkward space for me. Oh, alright. Ah, I think maybe it's these dual clear ones that do like the big crawly attack. The best way I describe these guys, though, is just imagine, remember the typical Nioh, like, yokai type, and this is just an extended version of those. Does lankier arms, bigger reach, and in a lot of cases can do more damage. Okay, that was normal. Ah, never mind. That letter's up. He's a smart one. Annie, let me open up my chest. You know, you're chill. You're cool like that. Unfortunately, you gotta go. You gotta go. You've gotta go. Never mind, he's a snake man. Oh boy. Yeah, here, let's just not even risk it. Carnage Talisman up, and then just smack. Since that is also a very effective combination. So, honestly, I wish I kind of kept in gun form. That was easier to deal with. So I say, sir, please get on the bridge. Oh, come on! No, you wanna. There you go. Oh, look. Yeah, but that key attack, that key pulse attack is honestly still feels really awkward to do. Man, you are really getting on my fucking nerves. Alright, here we go, finally. Oh, Spearfall, you're so good. Oh, I love you, Spearfall. So I have a lot of arrows. There. Get him, go. There you go. Stab you right in the ass. Yeah, Gebu's summon attack. I can't remember if I used that at the end of the first playthrough for the base game, but Gebu's summon attack is like really fucking good.